South Korea's Choy. Our young fighter, 25, 26 respectively. Choy is tall at the weight at 6 foot. He will also benefit from a 2-inch reach advantage. With the official introductions, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record, 7 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Gangneung, South Korea, Choy. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an undefeated professional record, 10 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Sun Republic of Ingushetia, Russia, Evloev-Cengvy. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Evloev-Cengvy.
Third man in the octagon is Evloev-Cengvy. He is undefeated in 10 outings, former M1 champion. Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Modelo. He dominated the Russian bantamweight scene, but moves up to featherweight for his UFC debut, which actually I find quite interesting. Normally we see a lot of fighters drop down a weight class when they come to the UFC, Dan.
Absolutely, but then it's probably the first time he's had to adjust to the early morning weigh-ins, and that's something that a debut fighter has to consider. The first time they're stepping in, their body clock's going to be affecting them. The way that their body normally deals with the fight week is affected by the early mornings. So maybe moving up a weight class is only a temporary thing while he finds his feet in the octagon before he drops and makes a real run at bantamweight.
Choy leading the dance nicely, but some good counter punching by Evloev.
So long and rangy is Choy.
74.5-inch reach, I think, for Choy.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Should have been a featherweight.
Yeah, right, Dan.
It's not too late, Dan.
I think it is, Paul.
You didn't get on that scale the other day.
Massive lead uppercut
Fully
there.
committed to that uppercut.
Choy just smiled at him.
Look at the redness on that eye already. That affected him.
Yeah, but now he's got to be concerned that every time Evloev level changes, that there might be an uppercut on the end of it.
That was a beautiful knee there up the middle from Choy.
Yeah, it's been great Muay Thai. And that counter right hand is something you have to watch out for. There it is. He's dropped a few guys with that as they come rushing forward in a straight line. He walks them right onto it.
Nice little jab there from Choy. He's got to use that more now to keep Evloev off of him. There we go. Level change.
Good balance by Choy so far.
Nice little knee there, too. But Evloev gets the takedown.
Yeah, his team were telling me that Evloev doesn't have knockout power, but what he does have is the ability to drain you. So he might get that knockout deeper into the fight because you can't keep up with his pace.
The good thing with that is that he's not relying on knockout power.
Yes.
You see it as a detriment in some fighters when they know they've got that nuclear weapon that they can always land throughout the fight. If he doesn't have that, then he's got to rely on technique, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Can you imagine this guy at bantamweight? Scary.
I mean, he's very lean and shredded right now at 145 pounds. And we saw, if you look back at his fight rate, I think of one fight in particular, he missed by, I think, a few pounds going down to bantamweight. So maybe that was something they considered. Yeah. It's like, look, get into the UFC, do it at featherweight, make weight, and we can talk about that at another time. But right now, he's on top. And I expect to see him get busy here with some ground and pound if he can get some separation from Choy.
So Do-Ho Choy and Dong-Young Kim have been the leading lights for this young man. But he also mentioned Conor McGregor, saying that he really admires his mentality. He believes that fighting is massively about the mental side of the game.
Nice shots on the inside here, ground and pound. Evloev staying really high in the guard, driving his shoulders forward. Something that Frankie Edgar does really well. I believe he's in the building tonight. Yeah. Superstar Frankie Edgar in the building. They drive their weight forward so they stay high in the guard and they force their opponent to hold them off with their legs, but that also, in turn, keeps them pinned to the canvas on their shoulders because they're driving their opponent away, as you can see now.
Oh, nice underhooks on the legs there, pass aside, but Choy does well to nearly gain back his guard.
This is that persistence his team
is talking relentless. You get a position for a second where you might be able to escape and he's just all over you.
Evloev comes from a Greco-Roman wrestling background. I believe his cousin actually represents Russia as a wrestler as well. So very much a fighting family. I believe his brothers are fighting too, or is certainly a coach.
Really good use of head position as well to create space for strikes. I mean, there's not a great deal on these strikes, but as we were saying, that consistent pace.
Scoring points, winning rounds.
Yep, 21 significant strikes so far, 29 overall for Evloev.
Another fighter coming out of Tiger Muay Thai is Evloev.
Choy's back up, he's got to watch that knee. Oof. He puts a knee down, he doesn't want to eat another one of those.
Striking down to the canvas again with that.
Good dirty boxing too, and I've seen that in a lot of his fights. He gets that underhook and he digs right uppercuts. And just when you start worrying about that, that's when he level changes and shoots another shot. See, he just gets busy with that right uppercut.
So many different stimuli to think about when you've got someone that works at this pace.
And maybe, now, we've known him for his pace at 35. Imagine what his pace could be.
오케이, 무겁다. 상대방이 무거워.
Okay,
상대방 무겁네.
he's heavy,
상대방 있잖아. 승우야, 지금 주먹 잽이 길어.
but his jab is a little long.
습관 할수 있어. 알지? 그리고
You can do it.
더 과감하게 더 돼. 넘어지는 생각하지 마. 그리고
Yeah, go strongly.
클로즈 상태에서
Yeah, never afraid.
살렸잖아. 그러지 말고
Yeah, take down.
엉덩이 손 짚고 엉덩이 빼면서 뒤로 케이크 쪽 있잖아. 붙어서 싸우는 게 더 나은 것 같아. 아까 방금 전에도 마찬가지고.
And get back your hip.
상대방 허리 잡고 싸울 때 네가 손 컨트롤 해야 하는데 안 하니까 상대방 주먹 계속 날라오잖아.
And when he get your waist, yeah, punch him.
그리고 걔도 개비가 눌러 놓으려고 하는 거야. 무겁게만 하고. 그러니까 뒤로 빠져야 돼. 케이지로 빠져야 돼.
He just push down
호흡하면서 승우도 기다렸다가 한 번 더 나와.
and wait and punch him.
좋아, 좋아.
Back live in St. Petersburg,
Ready?
Russia. Round number 2 of this featherweight contest. Evloev in the red, Choy in the black. Evloev really going through the gears in that opening stanza. Starting to show some of his wrestling chops.
That first round is going to make Choy second guess every strike that he throws now.
Yeah, I think he's got to get busy with the jab. He's got such a long reach. There you go, nice. Short little combo.
That counter right hand is, from what I've seen, oh, both miss with an elbow shot. But of course, Evloev crashing forward and tries to finish with the takedown.
You know that Evloev's going to have seen pretty much everything growing up on the Russian circuit as well. Very tough path to the UFC. Oh, look at that weight.
That was a nice attempt, though. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that style. Choy all over it, but very crafty way to look for that takedown.
And look at the runaway on significant strikes for Evloev. 44-7.
He's not giving Choy enough room to even land significant strikes at this point. He lands his shot, Evloev, and then closes the distance, gets on the legs, looks for takedowns, and when he's in between, he's firing that rapid uppercut.
Let's open up the nose now of Choy with that dirty boxing. Oh, that's nice, though.
Well, that...
A little urgency there by Evloev to drag it back down. Choy's doing a good job of trying to keep the soles of his feet on the canvas, though.
Yeah, he's working hard, but that's Evloev making him work so hard. We're going to wonder where his gas tank is if he gets out of this position and what kind of snap that's going to take off of his punches, which he's got to try to use to keep the distance from Evloev.
This is good takedown defense from Choy. We can't undersell how well he's doing in this fight, trying to keep this fight on the feet, but I do wonder whether he's faced a grappler like this before. I mean, this pace that Evloev can keep on him, as well as being able to transition.
Back of the head. Ref thought about stepping in there, but Evloev got the takedown, so you don't want to take that away from him.
Good call by the referee there. I definitely think we can see warnings as the fight is going on. I don't think we always necessarily need to stop the action to give a warning.
Oh, by the way, Evloev also has a degree in law and a degree in computer programming, so it makes me like him even more.
It's impressive.
Making some smart decisions in this fight, taking it down to the mat.
Choy must just feel smothered in this position. There's no space for him. He keeps going back to that overhook, and he's using wrist control, trying to possibly creep a triangle through. Evloev is so wise to it. I mean, the danger is you attack a triangle because you know you've got to open your guard to do it, and then you get your guard passed.
I reckon he probably thinks he's wrestling 3 Evloevs right now. Okay.
Yeah, he's confused. He even just asked knee down. Thank God. Thank God Choy seems fine.
Oh, hold on.
No.
He's taking a point. Taking a point for an illegal knee. Now, anything other than a down. Yeah, I mean, you got a knee down. So.
Almost has both hands down and a knee.
Yeah, that surprises me. A man with so much experience. I'm trying to recall what rules they operate M1 under. I'm pretty sure they use the unified rules now.
Good kicks coming out here from Choy.
Oh, spinning by Evloev.
If nothing else, it's created some space for Choy to try and get some shots.
Absolutely, yeah.
Got to watch getting backed up against the fence here, though.
He's looking for that counter right knee whenever Evloev tries to rush him with the takedown.
That good work that Evloev did in the first round has pretty much been nullified by that point deduction to this point.
We could potentially have a draw situation in our hands.
Oh, don't be saying things like that this early, Paul Felder.
Sounded like my mom.
Sorry,
punishing me there, John.
We've gone from knockouts, we don't need knockouts to a draw.
Yeah, no. Hey, it's MMA, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another knee there with a hand down. Illegal one that time, but the lines are blurred if you don't exactly understand that rule, and we've already seen that Evloev doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, I'm not sure what the ruling is in the other organization with knees to the head.
I'm pretty sure that M1 have unified rules.
Same rules, yeah.
Okay, we are nearly counting out for this round. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Throw overhands and don't go as deep under his right knee.
UFC Fight Night is brought to you by Modelo. We are back live in the Yubileyny Sports Complex here in St. Petersburg, Russia. You join us between rounds 2 and 3.
So you've got to wonder how Choy comes into this next round, because obviously, you know, he was out-wrestled in the first round. The second round, the majority of the time, was the same thing was happening. But then the point deduction, how does that affect the judges' scorecards? Because if Choy can steal this round, especially if he can get a knockdown in this round, that really confuses the scoring.
Yeah, I would think it would motivate him a little bit, knowing that now he's got a chance because of the mistake that Evloev made, that he could potentially have the angles and the levels.
That was spectacular wrestling.
So smooth.
That's when you know it's good wrestling, right? A lot of guys have an explosive shot, but they go straight in. It's the great wrestlers and grapplers that cut those angles and change the side to side, the weight distribution, and make you fall on your own.
Yes. We all like a big slam, but there's something beautiful about an effortless takedown.
Somebody that does that really well that I train with, Bilal Muhammad does that really well.
Yeah.
He will shoot in and he will cut that angle really well.
One of my favorites was John Jones against Glover Teixeira. He almost shot past him and took his legs with him away.
Because what are guys going to do? They're going to sprawl. So you know those hips are going to come out. You almost make them land flat on their face and take the back.
And we saw that from Choy. We saw the first stage of takedown defense. He sprawled nicely, but almost instinctively, Evloev switches direction and was able to strip his base away. I mean, Choy is constantly fighting his way to the fence. He's trying to get back to his feet. But this is exhaustive work.
Yeah, I was exactly going to say the same thing. What an arduous task it is against their Evloev tonight.
He's got his whizzer now, though. He's got to try to get that leg free and step up with his left leg up against the fence so he can base out. But you see Evloev just waiting for those legs to come back up, scoop him right back up, and put him back on the mat. Oh, he's got a little judo throw. He got out, though. He needs to separate.
Yeah, he's got to try and get himself off the fence here.
Gives up on the neck there. He had a little bit of a guillotine attempt, but he knows there's probably very little chance that he's going to finish that off right now.
I love the way that he doesn't stop with the contact. His body floats around, maintaining contact, just finding that position of least resistance.
And Evloev has had good moments on his feet, but he's dominated the wrestling so much that you would think, why would I even bother trying to keep this on the feet and give Choy a chance to get back into this fight?
59-15 against
dominating
the significant strikes. 5-11 on takedowns for Evloev.
Just chipping away, creating damage and attrition is Evloev. He just seems like he's 2 steps ahead every single time. He's got an answer for everything that Choy is posing to him, and it does not work the other way around.
Choy is working. He's busy in here. He is trying to get up. He is not folding. He's not giving up. It's just the skill levels when it comes to the grappling and the wrestling here. It's a huge advantage for Evloev.
A real wake-up call here for Choy. I do hope we see him in the octagon again against someone that's going to really test his other skill sets, because from what we've seen in our research, he's a very exciting fighter.
Oh, yeah.
But this stylistically was just an absolute nightmare for him. Ho-ho! Minute 40 to go.
The skill levels when it comes to the grappling and the wrestling here, it's a huge advantage for Evloev.
A real wake-up call here for Choy. I do hope we see him in the octagon again against someone that's going to really test his other skill sets, because from what we've seen in our research, he's a very exciting fighter.
Oh, yeah.
But this stylistically was just an absolute nightmare for him. Ho-ho! Minute 40 to go.
And Evloev has had good moments on his feet, but he's dominated the wrestling so much that you would think, why would I even bother? Got back up to his feet. He wasn't able to fully get his balance.
Nearly 10.5 minutes of control time for Evloev.
That's just smart work right there. I mean, even if he eventually gets it free, he's going to have to hop around and try to get that foot out.
I was just thinking that it's a very creative way of controlling somebody. It's not always by the book. It's not always what you would expect as far as a technical approach goes, but, you know, making it work up against the fence. This is a new skill set that we're still seeing being developed. Look at that lift there.
And that's hard to do with somebody that's that much taller than you.
Right.
To pick them up, because they usually just kind of land on their feet.
Always get a toe to the floor.
Evloev like a featherweight magnet right now to Choy.
10 seconds to go.
Last 10 seconds of this contest.
I'll tell you, as soon as I get home on Monday, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to the college closest to me, and I'm wrestling.
Okay, this one, we'll see the judges' scorecard. We will see that when we come back.
This program is sponsored by Bet365.
Sup, Sophie? You could save some serious money if you switch energy supplier.
Now, you could do it yourself, or you can go with the pros. U-Switch help you find a better deal and handle the switch for you.
Really?
It's the easy plan. You just need your latest bill, and boom, they do the rest. Just go online or call and join the millions who save with U-Switch.
Yes! U-Switch. Switching made simple.
Is that my specials board?
This program is sponsored by Bet365.
UFC Fight Night is presented by Modelo, a taste that's pure gold. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. And tonight at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, it's our first Top Rank Boxing on ESPN pay-per-view event, and it's a super fight. Undefeated Terence Crawford puts his WBO welterweight title on the line against former world champ Amir Khan at Madison Square Garden. To order, go to espn.com/ppv. All right, let's get this one official and send it in to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 29-27, 29-27, and 29-26 for the winner by unanimous decision, Movcar Evloev.
So congratulations to Movcar.